This may sound drastic, but Hassan, I've been reborn again. Like I'm a complete different person. The old me is, you know, she's dead. Like she's not there anymore. I am honestly so grateful. I have so much gratitude for having met you. I don't think I've ever had like someone question me like this, and I don't think I've ever had this type of guidance. Not even from family, coworkers, like mentors, never. So my name is Leigh. I'm a program director here at Valuetainment, and I was born and raised in LA. And I actually just moved out to South Florida a couple months ago for this opportunity, and it's been a hell of a journey. Yeah, so before joining Hassan's High Performance, I did not have any clarity. I had lack of purpose. I was working just to work, just for a dollar amount, just to pay my bills, to take care of me and my family. And I was like very madness driven. So I was like, yeah, I gotta be number one. Like, but I didn't have like clarity as to why I was doing any of those things. So it came to a point where like I wasn't very fulfilled or satisfied or happy with what I was doing. And I was at a car dealership. And you know, living a life like that every single day where I'm just not fulfilled, it just wasn't a life to me that I wanted to live. And it came to a point where I just couldn't stand it anymore. I needed change. I needed something new. I need to feel alive again. During the process, there were a lot of challenges within myself, and things that you challenged me to just by asking the right questions. And these are things that typically nobody would ever ask me. And it was just so new and profound, and it really helped me gain a lot of insight as to who I was, what I wanted, what was best for me, and not just because of what society tells me or what the external factors will always say, like, oh, you have to be like this, you have to do this. It's like, no, what makes you happy? So I think that was like a really important revolving question. And throughout the process, there was a lot of ups and downs. I was on an emotional roller coaster. It's been a crazy ride, but I think it's been a very beautiful journey. There was a lot of like techniques and like processes and questions where I could implement and reuse over and over and over. Right? Like, okay, what can I do to be my most productive self? Like, what can I do to like get my energy up? What could I do to find clarity again and align myself, back to, what's right for me? But these are little things where I could implement in my daily life, in anything that I do, whether it's professional, personal, with family, relationships, my health and wellness. I mean, these are all things that kind of like, it's an umbrella. Right? And afterwards, you taught me how to fish. You taught me how to fish. You never told me like, Leigh, you have to go do this. It's like, Leigh, what do you want to do? Like, you helped me find the answer that I've been looking for, which is incredible. I mean, nobody does that. I've never seen anybody do it the way you do. This may sound drastic, but Hassan, I've been reborn again. Like, I'm a complete different person. The old me is, she's dead. Like, she's not there anymore. She has literally rebuilt herself from the ground up. Like, I have broken that person down so much to a point where like I'm like rebuilding the foundation so that I could build a more beautiful, a more high performing, the best version of Leigh. So it's revolutionary. I mean, I've like, my life turned a whole 180 degrees.
Well, first of all, sometimes it's not about the program or it's not about me, but the fact that you took the force and started taking the time to reflect and answer those questions, that's where the truth becomes within, other than the performance and other stuff. Because in the same time, I wish those questions were asked for me when I started my journey as an entrepreneur. But That being said, moving forward to um, stating, the time with the program and what we have done together, um, who would you recommend this to? And why would you recommend it?
I would recommend this for anybody who is not performing at their highest, someone that could be struggling with either clarity or their influence or their courage or their productivity, their energy. These areas of life, I feel like not everyone can always be at 100%, which is completely okay. But as long as that person is aware of where they want to go, and they understand that there has to be something new that they try in order to get there. I would suggest this for anybody that I'm working with, people like entrepreneurs, business owners, especially CEOs, C-suites, people that could be taking on a lot of challenges as well and can't really like navigate, to make sure like everything is always in alignment. I think it's super important, because you can be making millions of dollars, but if you're not in alignment with what you're doing, I mean, is it really worth it? I'm on the phone a lot and I hear a lot of people like their struggles and like their pain points. It's always, it's about like, oh, like, what am I going to do with my life? It's lack of purpose, lack of clarity. I
Yeah.
hear that a lot, so it's like no matter how much strategy or no matter how much money you're making, like it's not going to matter if you don't know these things, you don't understand yourself. I noticed with other coaching consulting is more of like people telling you what to do. It's like, okay, they ask questions, they find out your situation, and it's like, okay, now here's the solution. It's like, and then if that person were to try that solution, you don't really see it paying out. So like, is it really worth the time and money? It's not really like, it's not you doing it, it's someone telling you to do something. And so with this is more of, like you said, guidance. And it's kind of like you finding the answer, but with like a different perspective, with a lens that is there to guide you throughout every step of the way, which is very different, and I think it's a lot more effective.
Awesome. I appreciate you a lot. Thank you so much for sharing that. Um,
Okay.
anything else before we end this interview and I can let you go back to work?
Yeah, one last thing. I am honestly so grateful. I have so much gratitude for having met you. I don't think I've ever had like someone question me like this, and I don't think I've ever had this type of guidance. Not even from family, coworkers, like mentors, never. So this is something that I was willing to invest into myself, and something I'm willing to do for the rest of my life, because it's absolutely phenomenal, and I cannot stress enough that something like this can change your life as long as you're open to it, and as long as you're aware, you're willing to grow, you're willing to invest into yourself. But Hassan, thank you so much. Uh, I cannot express how much love and faith I have in you.